comes from the Neighborhood Co-op Grocery. Neighborhood Co-op Grocery works with Southern Illinois farmers and producers, carrying unique, local items including honey, bison, eggs, pork, produce, and more. Neighborhood Co-op Grocery open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Located in the Murdale Shopping Center in Carbondale, 529-3533, or online at neighborhood.coop.
Support comes from SIH Medical Group. Pediatrician Ashley Cater, MD, is accepting new patients at Logan Primary Care in Heron. For more information, visit sihmedicalgroup.net.
Good Monday morning to you. I'm Amy Fox, the Public Relations Officer for the City of Carbondale. This is Talk of the Town, and it's hard to believe, but it is already October 1st. Your time is 10:01 a.m. on WDBX FM Carbondale, and I'm joined in studio this morning with Jennifer Olson with the Carbondale Chamber of Commerce. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for allowing me to be here.
And always lots to talk about when it comes to the Chamber of Commerce, especially this time of year.
I think especially any time of year, but as we are kind of in the season for many business owners that are on a fiscal calendar, we have so many of our business owners that are in the season, if you will, of budgeting and planning and trying to figure out what 2019 is going to bring and how to deal with that. So we are looking for ways that we can assist our businesses in that process.
And one big event you guys have coming up at the end of this month is the Enterprise Excellence in Southern Illinois, Building a Competitive Future. And this is really a collaboration between several different entities.
Right. This is not directly something we're putting on. It's just something that we felt was so valuable that we could not help but get behind it and help promote it. And actually, it falls on the date that we normally do networking at noon, but we feel like it's so important that we're going to postpone networking for noon for October and encourage people to attend this event. The event is being put on by the ILPEX Recognition Program, Southern Illinois Healthcare, and Southern Illinois University Economic Development because they, like the Chamber, really find the value in investing in our business community.
And what can people expect come October 30th?
So a lot of times I hear people say, that they want to take a step back and try to evaluate their business to some degree, but they're so busy running their business that they don't always have time to do that. And so this is a informational session, a training session to help them have a process, because sometimes it probably is really time, because if you're a small business owner, you're not just working whenever your office or your retail space or your restaurant is open. You're working all the time. But also, some people may have not had formal training in the areas of productivity and process. And for some people, it's just been a long time since they were in that lecture hall learning about those kind of things. And like all technical processes, improvements happen and we learn, and the tools and the climate changes. And so you have to kind of update your skill set.
And a variety of different topics that will be discussed and different tools that will be presented. So people throughout the region can better run and operate local businesses.
Yes. And I always want to let people know this is really being pushed out hard by the Manufacturing Excellence Group for Illinois, but it is really open for anybody. It's open for small business, government agency. School systems have used this as a process improvement tool. hospital groups, not-for-profits. There's really no organization, if you will, that it won't fit for, but it is all about engaging leadership to create future generations of leaders, pursuing improvement of, as we said, of process, finding your strengths, your opportunities, seeing where you might have new paths for growth. And it's just a really excellent framework. It's the Baldrige framework for people who are familiar with that. It is something that if an organization is successful in it and becomes recognized as a Baldrige certified organization, that really carries a lot of weight on a national and somewhat international scale.
And you need to RSVP for your seat now because space is limited for this event.
Yes, and there is a fee on this one. It's $15 per attendee, but it includes your lunch and a substantial amount of materials and the training so that you can see if this is the right path for you to pursue, making your business better and helping you lay the groundwork for next year and beyond. So even if you don't pursue it now, I think it's good to get a baseline understanding of what is out there in the way of tools and resources so that when you do have time or you have someone that you could designate in your organization to work on that project, you know what's out there in the way of supporting materials.
This is going on October 30th at the Dunn Richmond Center on the campus of Southern Illinois University from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. So just part of a day, not an entire day. So if you have somewhere else you need to be, really a short period of time. Do you know how the format of this event will be set up? Will there be different breakout sessions or will it just be one big group for most of the day?
It will be pretty much one big group. And for those who are familiar with the Baldrige Excellence Framework, they may be aware that there are some costs in getting involved in the program going forward and being able to access that framework to help you make your own plan. And I hope I'm not giving away any secrets, but my understanding is that the same organizations that are backing and supporting this kind of introduction to the framework are also looking at providing some scholarships to help small business and not-for-profits offset their costs to really, if they decide it's a program that they want to pursue, help them offset some of the costs going forward. So I'm super excited about that piece because it shows that our largest employers and largest companies, they want to take care of their neighboring businesses and they want to see our economy as a whole do well. And, they know they're the big gorillas in the market, if you will, but they want to help bring other people along for the benefit of us all.
And this is really step one in a process. And so it's a good way to kind of get your feet wet, gather some information, and then take it back to your particular business, your particular company, and really dive into it and see if it's something that you want to pursue and begin to implement.
Yes, and I think even if you don't think that it's the right time now, maybe you feel like, there's too many other things going on or it is your busy season, I think at least going through the questionnaires will make you think about what you could be doing better or different. And it will, even if you don't go full on process at this time, I think it will at least get you thinking. They really do break it down to interactive, common sense questions that are simple. And I, at the risk of insulting anyone who makes their living as a consultant, if we're being realistic, a lot of our businesses, not-for-profits, school systems, they can't necessarily go out and spend 15, 30, whatever the thousands of dollars it would take to hire a big company to come in and do this. They have to grab a hold of the opportunity to pursue their own training so they can be their own consultant. And I think if they're willing to engage people at all levels of their company in the process, a lot of times what we learn is that our own best consultants are in-house seeing it day in, day out, and that they have thoughts about how to make things better. They just right now, they're just sharing it in the break room.
Right.
And, answers don't have to come top down. Answers can come at all levels. And I would just encourage people to think that way as they start through the process.
And in addition to the skills you'll receive at this particular event, it's also a great networking opportunity.
Absolutely. I mean, the hope is that you really have the decision makers in the room, that you have folks from HR, you have bosses, CFOs, business owners, people who do bookkeeping and accounting for other businesses. I would love to have some attorneys that do business work in the room, just so that they're thinking along the lines of how do we help folks do their work better.
And if someone's listening this morning to Talk of the Town and would like to get more information about the Enterprise Excellence in Southern Illinois, where can they go to learn more? How can they register for this event?
So they can reserve their seat at ilpex.org, which is ilpex.org/events.
Great. And in addition to this event, the Chamber is responsible for a lot of other great happenings in the community, anything from ribbon cuttings to monthly membership luncheons, just to name a few. October, we have a new month, so more activities.
Yeah, this morning the first thing I said, I have the Bob Seger song, Turn the Page, running through my head, which tends to happen because the months fly by and the calendar gets smaller. This week is really a week of ribbon cuttings. We have on the 5th, on Friday, one of our member businesses did a solar installation for Gaia International House. So I think that's a nice time at Friday at 11 to see that project. At the same time on Saturday, we're doing a ribbon cutting for Family Drug of Carbondale, which used to be a part of Carbondale Clinic Center for Medical Arts. If people are familiar with that, they went freestanding at New Era Road in 13. So we'd love to welcome them to the community. They've made a pretty good investment out there, and it looks really great.
And one thing I want to point out is you guys have kind of turned over a new page with the ribbon cuttings. They're all typically at 11 a.m., so it makes it easier for people to remember, hey, we have a ribbon cutting on Thursday, but it's at 11 a.m. or whenever that day is. So
yeah, we're trying to keep the time consistent and so that people are used to it, but also we have found that 11 o'clock works really well because our business folks can typically just leave early for lunch, come by the ribbon cutting, and then, roll right into that. And so it's not a second or third time they have to leave their office that day.
Right.
I'm excited. This Thursday, our Business Builders Breakfast, we have somebody coming to speak about what it actually takes to be an entrepreneur. And one of his messages that I'm most excited about is he felt like growing up, he was never told that owning your own business was an option. And so he's a big advocate that we should be teaching entrepreneurship to young people as a path to success, that it's not just always a 4-year college or a trade school or whatnot. And that's crucial right now as we enter a period where our baby boomers are looking for someone to purchase the business that they've worked hard to establish. 70% of small business is owned by a baby boomer. And in many cases, they don't have an heir as far as a family member, and they may not even have a key man who's worked in their organization. I say man or woman, that has been a manager or a boss that has the willingness and ability to purchase that business. So entrepreneurship opportunities are actually at a high, not a low, but we don't always tell people when they're 7th grade, 8th grade, and high school that is a route that you can find success.
Right. And in addition to that, you have an economic development luncheon and golf outing at Keller's Crossing.
Yeah, so we have recently done a survey, and we had 60-some businesses that responded to tell us what they felt like the economic environment was in Carbondale. So anytime we do a survey, we would like to give them the opportunity to hear the results. And so we're going to have a lunch with a couple of presenters who have chosen to relocate their business from they were all from northern Indiana, and they purchased a southern Illinois business. So it'll be interesting to hear their presentation about why they chose southern Illinois. How do they see it as coming in with outside dollars, and what do they think it's going to take for us to be successful? So that one does have very limited space, and if you need more details, the office number is 549-2146. So that's exciting. And then our regular monthly member luncheon, which this month falls on October 16th, we have a gentleman coming down from Amtrak, and I know lots of people have opinions about Amtrak and its impact on economic development in Carbondale. So we will be at Hopewell Missionary Baptist Church in their multi-purpose area on that day for our luncheon.
Great. Lots of exciting things going on at the Carbondale Chamber of Commerce. And if people would like to see more events, also would like to become a member, is there a good website, a good phone number that they can call?
CarbondaleChamber.com. And again, that number is 549-2146.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Jennifer Olson with the Carbondale Chamber of Commerce. Always a pleasure. And we are going to take a short break for announcements, and we'll be right back.
Good morning, this is Alicia with the City of Carbondale here to bring you this week's calendar of events. On Thursday, October 4th, 2018, it's Meet the Mayor. Chat with Carbondale Mayor John Mike Henry and Carbondale City Manager Gary Williams over coffee at Cristado's. This event begins at 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. For more information, call 618-559-1939. And on Saturday, October 6th, 2018, beginning at 9:30 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. at Turley Park, it's the For Kids' Sake 8th Annual Superhero 5K. For Kids' Sake is a local nonprofit that supports orphans and students in Bangladesh. Pre-registration ensures you will receive a race pack with an event t-shirt. The cost is $20 for adults and $10 for kids under 17. The day of registration is $25 for adults and $10 for kids. Come out on the day of the event to enjoy food, vendors, and much more. All proceeds from this event will benefit For Kids' Sakes orphanages and schools in Bangladesh. For more information, call 618-529-5044. For information on these events and others, please visit our websites at WDBX.org or CarbondaleTourism.org, or you can reach us by phone at 618-457-3228. Thank you and have a great week.
Good Monday morning. It is now 10:18 a.m. on Monday, October the 1st on WDBX FM Carbondale. I'm Amy Fox, your host for Talk of the Town, and I'm joined in studio with Laura Chamness with the Carbondale Civic Center. Thanks so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
And you are gearing up for the first ever Purrrfect Pet Expo at the Carbondale Civic Center. How did you come up with this idea?
We are gearing up for it. We're very excited. It's going to be this Saturday, October 6th, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. We actually brainstormed. I had a sales rep come in and explain to me that he had missed this big pet expo up in Chicago, and I started pumping him for some more information and asking questions and, you know, how come we need a little something like that here? So I took it upon myself, and we sort of have run with it, and it's happening this Saturday.
And what can people expect to see? It's really nice because everything's kind of a one-stop shop.
It is. We have a little bit of stuff for everybody there. We'll have the Carbondale Police Dog. We'll have the Carbondale Fire Dog. We have Slooky Gray Dog that will be there all day with us. Primo's Pizza will be there selling pizza with all proceeds going to local shelters. And we have several demonstrations from Flo from Purrrfect, doing some nutritional demonstrations, and Ready, Set, Sit doing some kid-friendly demonstrations.
Wow, lots to do with animals. And this is an event you bring the entire family to, including, you know, your family pets. If someone wants to bring their dog or cat to this event, are there certain things that they need to know before they arrive at the Civic Center on Saturday?
Sure. Of course they're welcome. We just do have some requests, and that they bring the paperwork that their pet has been fully vetted and they're current on all their shots. They are on a fixed leash, nothing retractable, and that they sign a piece of paper agreeing to this so everyone's safe.
And I have to ask, how much is admission to get in?
It is $3 at the door, and all proceeds go to the local shelters that are participating. But as an alternative, you can bring a can of dog food, some cat food, some kitty litter, whatever it may be, and you can use that as your entry fee as well.
And once again, that stuff gets donated to area shelters.
Correct.
Well.
And I should say kids 12 and under are free.
Oh, okay, great. And why is an event like this so important, not only to Carbondale, but to Southern Illinois?
Well, I think it brings awareness of not only the needs of animals that are available to adopt, but also the Southern Illinois businesses that have so many services and so many goods for your pets and their needs. And,
you don't hear about very many pet expos going on, but this is one of the first of its kind. What are you hoping the reaction is from the entire community?
Well, for us, it has been a very grassroots effort, and it started out just for the love of animals and what we could sort of do on a local level. So I hope people can come and enjoy the event and all that it has to offer, from the vendors to maybe giving some extra TLC to the pets that need to be adopted.
Right. And that's one important thing I wanted to point out is this is an event where people can learn more about adopting a cat or a dog, what that process looks like, and then also get to see which animals are available for adoption. So it's really a win-win for everyone involved. You can pamper your pet.
Yes.
Or you can maybe find a new addition to your family.
A new forever friend. Exactly.
Yes. And so this event just seems like it's a really community-focused event where all of the proceeds go back to benefit the area shelters and different businesses here in the community.
It really is. We also are fortunate enough to have Offenburg of Carbondale have two nice big vehicles there that we are going to pack the back full of pet supplies. And if you don't bring a pet supply, that is all right. We're also going to have balloons that you can buy for $1, and you can blow them up, write whatever your wish is to have it donated, and put it in the back of the truck.
And if someone is maybe driving by the Civic Center on Saturday and they don't have time to actually go throughout the entire expo, but they would still like to pay it forward and bring a donation of cat or dog food, can they still do that?
Oh, by all means. They are definitely welcome. I will be taking any of the donations, even if it happens to be on Monday. They are limited on time. I will be happy to do that, and I will be transporting all the goodies over to the shelters.
And when you first originally started planning this event, did you ever think that it would evolve into an entire expo?
No. I was a little overwhelmed by the amazing reception and participation that people are willing to do. And so we actually had to push it back to this date. Originally it was in August, and so many people wanted to participate. We've actually pushed it back to make sure we can adjust with schedules and get some great vendors there.
And is this an event that you're hoping to continue to grow and offer each and every year?
Oh, gosh, I would hope so. There's always a need to have our four-legged friends adopted, and the shelters are always in need of donations, whether it be monetary or supplies. So it's something I would like to see grow and continue to happen at the Civic Center.
And once again, the Purrrfect Pet Expo is going on this Saturday, October 6th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And people can make a whole day of it. They can come for an hour or two, bring their furry friends. And if people are just now joining us, listening to WDBX for Talk of the Town, refresh our memory on what vendors you'll specifically be having at the event.
We have a little bit of everything, right down to getting some pizza. Primo's Pizza will be there selling pizza. I'll have Pure Pet, Ready, Set, Sit, Angelina's Foundation, Jackson County Animal Control, Carbondale Dog Parks, Friends of the Dog Park. Mm-hmm. I have Golden Canine, as well as two different shelters, Right Way and Jackson County Humane Shelter will be there. and there'll be a few others that you'll have to swing by and just see.
So really lots of resources for people to take in, and also they can do a little shopping and then bring their animal or pet with them, get them out and about, mingle maybe with other dogs at the event. So
and maybe find a friend to take home.
Yes, that's the goal. And will they actually have the adoptable pets there, or will they just have pictures?
No, they will actually have adoptable pets there, so you can meet and greet and see if there's a new addition you'd like to bring home.
Great. And if someone would like more information about the Purrrfect Pet Expo, is there a good place to go for that?
Yep, they can call me directly at 457-3209. I will be happy to take any of the calls.
Great. And Laura, wrapping up here on the interview, but just have a couple more questions for you. If someone's kind of on the fence about coming or not coming, or maybe they're like, wow, that would be a really great outing for my family, what should push them over the edge?
Really just being able to pay it forward and just doing something different on a Saturday. It's really coming out, seeing what the need is down here in Southern Illinois, and hopefully being able to participate in something fun.
And I know you mentioned it towards the beginning of your interview. It's been great to see the overwhelming community support from the area shelters, from the area businesses, and you do have a lot of community partners who have made the Purrrfect Pet Expo possible.
I really do. I'm really, really fortunate. I have done this basically on a shoestring budget because it was just a brainstorm, and people like River Radio, Offenburg of Carbondale, Carbondale Tourism, Universal Glass, and Cristados have, I would not be able to do this without their support and their love for animals. It's because of that they really have paid it forward and helped me out.
Right. And last question, admission, people can pay when they get there. They don't need to buy tickets in advance.
Not at all.
And they can bring furry friends with just a few stipulations on that.
Correct. Or if you don't have any furry friends, you can just come and you might find one.
And is there anything else you'd like to add? Maybe I forgot to mention. I know we covered a lot of stuff, but the Purrrfect Pet Expo going on at the Carbondale Civic Center Saturday, October 6th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come just as you are, and
we'd love to see you. We'd love to have you out and support the local shelters. And like I said, might find some little nifty gifties that you can share and give as gifts for Christmas.
Great. Lots of good information, and best of luck with your event. Can't wait to see how it all comes together.
Thank you.
And that is a wrap for us this morning. Thanks so much for listening to Talk of the Town on WDBX FM Carbondale. We hope you make today a good day, and we will be right back next Monday morning. Have a great day.
Support for WDBX comes from Cristados Cafe, Bakery, and Catering, serving breakfast and lunch all day. Cristados offers fresh baked goods, including cookies, cakes, and pastries, as well as specialty coffee drinks. Catering available for any event. Cristados Cafe, Bakery, and Catering, open Tuesday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and Saturday 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at 209 South Illinois Avenue in the Kaleidoscope Building. Information by phone at 529-4303 or on Facebook or Cristados.com.
This hour of programming is brought to you in part by the For Kids' Sake Superhero 5K, Saturday, October 6th at Turley Park in Carbondale. The event will feature food, music, prizes, and racers of all ages in superhero costumes. All proceeds benefit orphans and students in Bangladesh. The Superhero 5K is sponsored by Long Branch Cafe and Bakery, DS Roofing, Nora Restorative, Marion Eye Center, Southern Illinois Healthcare, Cook Portable Warehouses, Henry Printing, Withers Broadcasting, and the Daily Egyptian. More information online at forkidsake.net.
Support for WDBX comes from Mike's Music of Carbondale. Mike's Music offers services on all stringed instruments, from string changes to neck and body repair, upgrades, and customization. Mike's also buys, sells, and trades all types of musical instruments and equipment, and offers private, one-on-one instruction for guitar, bass, and piano. Mike's Music at 816 East Main Street in Carbondale or on Facebook, 618-529-3444.
This government